Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. The Holy Roman Empire is in deep turmoil. Discontent has grown during the recent years of Kaiser Heinrich IV's reign and has now led to open civil war, with two parties and two factions that vie for the crown. We have the Kaiser obviously on one hand, and then on the other there is a Gegenkönig, not a Gegenkaiser exactly. That is historically due to the complicated ways a Kaiser is actually crowned. Now see, this here is Herzog Hermann II of Verona, a Bavarian ruling in Italy who is backed by a large number of supporters from Italy and from the lands north of the Alps, mainly, and we will get to that little fella here in a moment, Herzog Goffredo IV of Lower Lotharingia and Tuscany. Now, what happened here? Heinrich, of course, has been, I think, not the most popular Kaiser from the get-go, given his nature, a cynical man, a lustful man, not someone to be the greatest communicator and to be level-headed, you know. So he led some wars in the recent years, and I think those have been unpopular. He's fought in the north and northeast. Obviously, what he did in doing so is creating more partisan counts that would be loyal to him, or at least I guess that was the idea behind that. Maybe also to redeem himself. He has been excommunicated, and not sure who exactly that was that brought him to his fate here, to being excommunicated. But he's also an adulterer. He's known to have fathered bastards. That is definitely something that's not sitting right with a lot of the nobles in the realm, and maybe some that only look to see weaknesses in his rule. On the other hand, there is someone like Goffredo here, a very zealous person indeed, and someone who's bearing, who definitely has a chip on his shoulder, right? His mother was Matilda of Tuscany, and she murdered his own father, and he was their only son. And now he rules her lands of Tuscany and those of his father in Lower Lotharingia. He's mighty and powerful, and I'm guessing he's seeking some form of revenge, at least our Siegfried. That is at least something he could get behind, to the circumstances that he finds himself in, and he wants to do something right. By God, I'm guessing. Now, there's also Hermann here in the mix, and Hermann purportedly also has a claim on the Kaiserreich itself, and I'm guessing that he does not think that he would get the support in order to be in that position here where the other Hermann of Verona is in right now. But he's backing it up. He's partisan to Goffredo here, and therefore lending his military might to this cause. On the other hand, right, there is this interesting figure here, and that guy is Markgraf Adalbero of Steiermark. He is the elected king of the Romans. That's what you would technically call the person who is not yet Kaiser. But he's elected to become king of the Romans. And although he's a zealot himself, I think he's defending his position when he's defending the Kaiser. Because I think he would not be necessarily the successor if Hermann here would rise to power. So I'm guessing that's also why he's in this. Maybe also because he believes in proper rituals, and that that civil war is not a solution to the problem at hand. All right, so that is the kind of situation we're finding ourselves in. We've had a look at it last time, and it's almost 50-50. A lot of it depends on how fast Hermann, on how fast Heinrich here is able to come back home from his wars in the northeast and get his own Reich back in control. And on the other hand, we will see how well the opposition here is able to gather their armies and focus on certain parts. Now, the question is, of course, like, what is Siegfried doing in here? Obviously, he's part of the Kaiser's party, and he has made that clear some time ago. He will go down with the Kaiser, in fact, I think. So, if Hermann here indeed wins this, and he would offer, because technically I think the game does that, or the mod does that, the advisory position again to Siegfried, I would definitely decline it, because that would show that we have sunk to a degree, right? So we have sunk with the Salients. So we're hoping that's not happening, and we will definitely support the cause of Heinrich IV. At the same time, we're currently in a different position, and that's what we're getting to now. Let me close that window here. Now, before we continue, there's a few caveats that I have to make. The first one is that we ended the last episode with a war for Hermann's claim on Berg that he had apparently. Therefore, he would have attacked the archbishopric. And the problem here is that should he have won, he would have held 2 counties in what is the not yet created Duchy of Berg, but he would have created it. Sayn is a de jure part of Berg, therefore the Kaiser would have transferred us to Hermann as our new liege, and that would have clashed with our position here as an advisor to the Kaiser. I know that the mod is somewhat buggy when it comes to that, and that would have ended up in a position that would have, wouldn't have been fun. Let's put it that way. So I resolved it. I think that's also fine given the context of what is happening currently, that he's also taking part in attacking the Kaiser directly, and again, right, I just did that for stability reasons, not for personal gain or whatever for my character. The second part is that the hunt that we're currently hosting here, sadly, is not going to commence. The problem is that the county modifier, the sighting, the beast sighting is gone. The game does this where it gives you this like 3-year window in order to start the hunt, but it doesn't tell you that you start your hunt too late. So we started the hunt while the sighting was still there, but it took too long for the hunt to commence, and during that time, the modifier was already gone. So what we will see is, after the 40 days here, it will just dissolve. It will just be closed. No, there will no message or anything. It will just not begin. And I will just want to put this ahead because, it's very hard to explain. Again, the only thing that we could put in here in roleplay terms is that we are in the middle of a civil war, and whoever is joining us here, and we can see that actually the Gegenkönig was going to be part of this, as would be King Gesa, who's also attacking the Kaiser in this war. They would all be joining us here. That's a huge thing, obviously. And yeah, this is not going to happen. Just to warn everyone. The third part is, and that is something that I want to do immediately, is that we actually have a choice to take a look and, well, change the direction of this war to a degree. And that is largely because we can directly communicate with other nobles in the realm and sway them to the cause of the Kaiser. That's something I definitely would like to do. And there are several options here. I could actually try to sway Hermann by offering him gold, spending some prestige. I could do that with the Herzog of Swabia, a huge part of this. And it would cost me 50 gold and about 350 prestige. Now, that is something I can... I just needed to do something quickly. That is something I can do immediately, and I think, well, what would be best for us? Obviously, we don't want Hermann against us. He is still caring for the upbringing of Ezzo. That's something to keep in mind here. He's also right in front of our doorstep. So if he was here as some kind of bulwark against the forces of Goffredo, then that's best for us, I think. So we will just do that. We will offer him money. There he is. He's directly going against them now. And that'll be great. I'll just start the game now, but just so that you get your expectations straight. This is not going anywhere, sadly. Alright. Obviously, they were still traveling here. I guess they still have to travel home, so that will keep them from commanding their armies. There's still enemies joining, or allies joining the war left and right. That's fine. Right. We will see. We will say the beast will be mine. It already says you will seek the white stag. Right? Why does it say white stag instead of white boar? Because the game doesn't know what we are hunting here. And it's gone. Right? So that's just where we are. That is our position. That is just happening. We cannot do anything against that. It's fine. Let's instead create some mangonels. We can still do that. It's only 5 of 10 now, but that should be okay for our first endeavors here. Let's head north. Let's take Dieter in the army. Oh, we have a new guy. A Popo. A torturer. How nice. Lisping. Well, he does have decent stewardship and prowess. So maybe he could be... I guess a better Karen Master than Philibert in terms of his stats when it comes to travel speed and security. Let's get rid of Philibert. He was only doing this interim-wise as well. Anyway, he's mainly our Master of the Hunt. That's what I'm saying. So let's put him in that position. Or even Franz. Franzl. You do that. Okay. Right, you can currently learn, that's fine. She doesn't need to learn anymore, by the way. She's already the best at what she is. Maybe she could help us with research. I don't think we need that desperately anyway. So there we go. I guess if we had a good master of raids, maybe that's something we can give Philibert. So he is not that... while he cannot do anything as master of the hunts, he could care for that. Yeah, we could invest in that one here. Get some more dread. That's nice, I guess. It's nice to have. People fearing us. Anyways. Okay, so we're heading north. Let's try to get this one here. Maybe we get him along the way as well. Oh, there's one missing. Franzl. You do that as well. We're not fast enough for him. But we can start to besiege. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, so there's some forces over here. They are going eastward. There are some hosts down here. Some coming up from Provence. There's allies in Italy. Allies coming from Bavaria. Allies from Thuringia. Doesn't look too shabby. Let's speed this up. Alright, guys, let's go. We are besieging. Is there anything else we can do or need to do? Not really. We can always attend court, right? Even here, we could attend court from here, go to the capital in Frankfurt. There's Goffredo. Always need to have an eye on him. He's trying to besiege over here. Okay. Who's that? Werner of Marburg. If he's coming for us, we will take him. Bring it on! Bring it on, my man. Anything we can do to help? I guess not. One of his commanders is in prison. I think that does not work. It's decisive. There we go. A victory. And a good one. We just had 7 losses. Yeah, go away in shame. Overall, not too good currently. Berlin? Why is he coming from there? Don't ask. Oh! There, people are coming for us. Okay. Well, that's the biggest host here. That's Berthold von Schwaben. We cannot compete against him, I guess. So we just flee. You could prepare armies that might make us the tiniest bit faster. There we go. 4% movement speed. That might be what we need. The Kaiser is coming back. That's at least something. Where do we go? I guess we can just run away to the north. That's at least we know people there. We know where we're going. Oh, they're fast, are they? Jesus Christ. And they have singled us out. I guess they know that he's important. He knows that if he gets the priestator, then there's a good chance that they win. We might try to join up with the Kaiser if there's a possibility to do that. Well, I think they've stopped. Right. I think they've just settled on besieging. Okay. That's good for me. As we can go down here. Oh, there's... someone requests a prisoner. Vogt Dietrich. Bishop of Naumburg. Someone who's also defending in the war for 62 gold. Yes, of course. Do we have other prisoners? No. Well, that's a bargain. Yeah, we would have got 30 gold. Okay, so there's one of our main hosts down here. Again, we are just... It's very even, still. I'm just hoping that by besieging as many places as we can, we might be able to... As we do see here, they do that as well. And there we go. Minus 12. The Kaiser's coming! Fear not! The Kaiser is coming from the east with his armies. And there's Magdalene coming of age. As an active and enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Magdalene has done well in her studies of war and combat. Which is unusual, again, right? We know that. But that is what she wanted. And I'm kind of inclined to say that children have their own way, I guess. Like, you can try to force them to do something, but they will go the other way anyway. So there she is. She's grown up to be a skilled tactician. But generally, she's quite competent. I think she's done well in her studies. Right, so they're seeking the confrontation. And now, in the middle of this civil war, a papal envoy has reached my court, bringing news from the Vatican. Pope Lucius issued a call to arms to all righteous Christian rulers. As a Catholic Graf, I am expected to prepare my men in support of this most holy cause, sponsored by the Universal Church itself. To all those who will take the fight against the vile infidels, desecrating the holy grounds of Tahert, the Holy See promises full absolution from all sins and a guaranteed place in heaven. I cannot overstate the fact that this was hugely important for anyone at the time. Like I said that before, people in the Middle Ages, especially right here in Europe, they would have believed in this. And they would be concerned very much with their fate in the afterlife. So the promise of full absolution from sins, like even the sins that happen along the way, that comes to it, right? He says that explicitly in the original. They will not be considered sinners, whatever they do, and they all of their sins so far will just be erased. So they will have their guaranteed place in heaven. Now, obviously, I think that is something that Siegfried would be concerned about, given his reputation as the priest-hater. But at this point, he would consider maybe, but we are in the middle of a civil war. There's no way that right now we would consider joining any other war efforts. It would be amazing, obviously, if once the crusade is really called, we would this civil war here would end, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, and Goffredo has also resolved his own little civil war. I'm just going down that road here, by the way. Nothing new here. Right, they're teaming up. And they're doing great work over here. That's looking great. Oh, to the benign Siegfried, I propose a marriage between my son and heir Adam von Saffenberg and your daughter Magdalene von Sayn. Of course, we know Adalbert von Saffenberg because we were good friends with his father. And we think he's a decent man. As I guess is his son, maybe a bit too sure of himself, but we do like the justice that prevails in the family, which I think that Siegfried likes to think of himself as a very just man. I think he values justice in a person more than vengefulness. Right? We've established that before, and the Saffenberger are. I think that's a very good choice. He is going to inherit, so that means she will be safe. She will be able to live that in a way that her station that befits her station. So yes, we agree to this. Right, big battle up there that we're going to win. Good. They're trying to send more people into this. That's also great. And we're besieging. We're doing our little things, our efforts. They will be good friends. That's nice. Good for them. Well, in the meantime, he could just improve skills. Okay, where would we go next? Might go down here, Laufen. Could also try getting Marburg. Guessing that's closer. Right, they're getting back that county over there. That's good for us. Trying to get over here. There we are. Oh, 6,300. Need to make sure that we don't run into these guys, but I'm guessing they are amassing their troops on the left side of the Rhine. Well, we are coming from the right side. The host here is definitely larger than that one here. So this is great. By the way, in our manor, the granaries have the granary has been built. We cannot update that so far, but we can update the chapel to a wooden church. That sounds right to me. More domicile piety, and I guess afterwards we can decide if that should be a family cemetery, a church, or a monastery. Good stuff. Unlocks the commission icon decision. Okay. Well, for now, we'll upgrade that to level 3. Build a wooden church. In German, you would call that an Eigenkirche. Right? That is your own church. Literally. That's the literal meaning of that. There we go. I got them. Oh, there's another call for requesting a prisoners. Yes, okay, we can do that. We do have more prisoners. Gräfin Adelheid of Coburg. And the son, Sigismund. He currently doesn't have any money. So I'm guessing I'm just leaving it like this. Or we can sell them to the highest bidder. This will take about 11 months, okay. Well, I guess they had like a fort level of 5, so there's that. My glory is widely known. Exalted among men. Nice. Okay, so where are they fleeing? That's always important to take a look at. Up to the north. There is the army. There they are. Are they coming for us? That's the big question. I know that this is Swabia. I think he doesn't like Siegfried. He's always coming for us. He's like, oh, we know where he is. Yeah, they're coming our direction. Jesus Christ. 15 gold. I'm guessing I can take that too. How are you affiliated? Anyway. Neutral. Okay, well. Should be fine. Right, we're not taking chances. Yeah, he's average now. Anyways, can we just quickly go to Frankfurt? Careful. There's evil Austrians. If we just attend court quickly, because we are in Frankfurt, right? So that we can directly go to court. We can join the war room. I start an advise on strategy scheme against Kaiser Heinrich. Well, not against him, really. I guess we're doing it for him. And right, I mean, obviously, the people that would go into this should be also people that are not directly going against him in the war. So it would be unrealistic for us to rely on Herzog Dietrich here. I should take that into account at least. So maybe let's pick our Dieter, of course. And then we don't need someone that great anyway. We had 74%, so that would be fine. Archon. Oh yeah, but at least we know him, right? We know that he is, and he is not in this. He's defending against Swabia. Swabia is also against the Kaiser, so yes, he can be relied on. Now, Popo of Grein, how is he affiliated? He's neutral somewhat, but I guess that's nice. A neutral person can be a great infiltrator. And then, of course, right, we cannot take him. That would be unrealistic. Rupin is at least neutral as well, so that would be fine. Need a bureaucrat still. How is he doing? He's also against our enemies, so that makes him a perfect bureaucrat here. Okay, so we are set up. Are we trying to get the Austrians? They don't have a commander, so that... Oh, but he's coming from up there. And no, yeah, we will not be able to get there, get away in time. So let's just evade. Mechthild came to me today in a capacity as my tutor. I think, don't we already have one? I guess Zande is old. Zande will be dead soon. He's infirm, has a faltering heart, 68 years of age. And there's the prospect of a new Italian tutor, which seems to be fine. Alright, he can join us. So, what are we doing? He definitely is coming for us, right? He's going in that direction. Are we doing this thing now where we just walk around in circles? They are coming for them, are they? So we should all go here, right? That should be what we should be doing. There's a big battle coming up. We all need to be part of it. Yeah. That should be good. That should be great. Oh, there's the pause button. Automatic pause. Oh, another prisoner can be transferred to Herzog Ota. Okay. I'm guessing there's a pattern there. And now we will go for them, I think. Take as many with us as we can. We are doing well. This is going well. There's my army. Should we go back to Marburg? They are all dispersing in these directions here, so I'm guessing it's safe to go back up there. Ah, but he's currently in jail, so he might actually be... Yeah, he's not part of the war anymore, I think. He's out. He is out. How about Hengebach here? Can we go for them? This is working well, right? Alright, our provide strategic insights scheme is already concluded. And so, by using this route, with the vanguard pushing the enemy here, we should be able to secure a swift victory with only minimal casualties among our ranks. The War Council nods in agreement to your approach. Afterwards, Kaiser Heinrich takes you aside and personally thanks you for your assistance these last few weeks. Now, he gets sound military advice, army toughness plus 15%. I like that, because now we actually get to feel like we're a real marshal. Oh, and we're corresponding with Eckehard of Berg. Okay. A few bear attacks recently occurred at the edge of a town in Sayn, killing several people each time, including a couple of minor officials. Though uncommon, such tragedies are not unheard of, and what is more disturbing is that it has been verified by one of my officials who witnessed all of the attacks that the same bear was behind these separate incidents. That's a problem bear for you. The bear managed to get away each time before the town guards could do anything about it, so everyone in the area is on edge. Okay, so here's how we can deal with this. Obviously, we're going to do something about it. And I think we send in soldiers. Yeah. That would not be nice, but I hope we can deal with the issue that way. Yes, they did it. Okay. We do have some gold on the side, by the way. Well, we could invest more in the military. If at any point we're able to... Oh, we are meeting Milo of Brabant while going there. Whoops. Sorry, mate. You were just in the way. Wow. And we got him. So now he cannot be part of that anymore, right? Right. By the way, where... Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Is that with him, by the way? November. Our recent battles. Successful. 8 months. Now they're coming back. They are coming back, and that's too large a force for us to handle. Should be able to escape, though. Where is like our main host now? Down here. Oh, they are fast, are they? Jesus Christ. What direction do we head into then? Should we go down here? Down the Rhine. Let me get hold of that guy. Graf Otto. No, I guess we cannot. Nah. They are down here. I don't think we should deviate too much in that case. Well, now they're coming back. The pâtissier. I have heard some interesting news today. It appears a famous pâtissier from the Middle East is in town. Okay. As a traveling merchant, he spent some time in one area selling his delicious desserts before journeying elsewhere. There are many who claim that this man's desserts are unrivaled throughout the world. Okay. Famous pâtissier in town. You will have the decision to visit the famous pâtissier to purchase these delicious desserts and gain further beneficial character modifier as well. Alright. I think we have something more pressing on our hands here, really. We got to staufen. How's that doing? It launches in 2 months. I don't think we can be part of this, given the situation we are in here, really. There's no way. Oh, the lock of hair is low. No. Reforging in this case means probably getting some new locks from our wife. Yes. Nah, come on. I will not have those soldiers escape me. Yesterday, I had an atrociously annoying itch on my skin near my shoulder blade. I found it hard to scratch because no matter how I angled myself, I just couldn't get my fingers to reach the itch. Okay. I will become the owner of a convenient back scratcher. I guess. Give me my back scratcher. I want to scratch my back before I go to battle. Chiro and Mislav sometimes enjoy discussing natural philosophy together, even if they don't always see eye to eye. Today I'm listening to one of their more animated conversations as they debate about the nature of Venus, one of the brightest celestial bodies in the sky. To distinguish between a morning and evening star is incorrect, Chiro posits. Venus cannot be 2 stars. Mislav chuckles. You can see 2 Venuses in the sky at 2 different times. So why should we conflate the two? I know some astronomers would agree with me. Don't always believe what you see. Reputable astronomers have done calculations proving Venus is one star. Shiro turns to me. What do you think, my Graf? Is it? I don't think he has any informed opinion. But I have to make a decision again, okay? I don't think we like Mislav very much, so in that case I guess we would just argue against him. So yeah, okay, there's only one. If you say so, then yeah, I will rather take your word for it. Not Mislav's. The Lecture Priest. And there we are! We have captured another one. Graf Ludwig von Staufen. Now, let's go ahead, right? Let's capture some more guys. But he was already gone. Huh? Oh no, I won against them and they didn't have a commander. And their commander was already in prison. Okay, I get it. Now, he wants to get a hold of Milo. And he is part of the party of Adalbero. So I'm guessing that is fine. They would be able to hold him in a more secure capacity, I guess. Oh, now, Ezzo comes of age. Yeah, it's... I guessed as much. And there have been comments that said, like, why don't we have a better education for Ezzo? I get it. Again, the question is, what do we factor into this? Is it all absolute will of Siegfried to decide what Ezzo should and should not do? Or do we take into account that Ezzo has a will of his own? I think what Siegfried wanted to do was send him to Hermann in order to make sure that he gets this upbringing where he becomes this great commander and will be this military figure. But Ezzo had other ideas. He was not, or is fundamentally not, a military man. And he didn't want to do this. So what he took away from all the lessons that he learned from Hermann is how to administrate a realm, right? Maybe he's not the best at it right now, because that's also not Hermann's main focus, but that's what Ezzo wanted to do. And there we go. He is vengeful like his father. He's a shy person. He's not someone to, mingle with other people. Trusting like his father, probably in a different capacity. I think the switch around here of vengefulness and trustworthiness, trusting, is something that I will take into account. He's also knowledgeable. In stillness and contemplation, Ezzo gathers wisdom from books and observation. His words are few but chosen with care, possessing the clarity to cut through the falsehood that blinds others. So there we go. Commanding a bossy guy, but that's at the same time not turning this into being this commanding figure military-wise, but someone who definitely has the will and the means to run a realm and see it prosper. So there we go. That's our Ezzo, right? We will play him as he is, not what we wish he would be. And what I think is what we can do once he... Well, he should return home now, wouldn't he? Yeah. Once he returns home, we could have him as our new steward, I guess. Oh yeah, and we won that one here, apparently. What's that now? Can we just not... Volkmar von Währingen. We just inserted ourselves in that little battle here. Right, Ezzo has returned. That would mean, yes, we can put him in that position here. I want him, or Siegfried wants him to actually be able to figure out how to become a better steward. Will not have him marry directly, I think. I mean, what I wanted was this connection here, right? To Radegund von Bilstein. But she's already 14, so if I don't do that now, then she will definitely be married off at some point. Do I still want that then? I mean, obviously, he's a big figure in the realm right now, but that is only reflective of his own status. That is him. That is not his own power. He's a lowly Graf at the end of the day. And once he's gone, then Ezzo will likely start from there, right? From zero. So we should, or we could, I guess, be looking for a much bigger fish, right? But at the same time, I think it would be more prudent and more wise to think locally. And see to it that we would be able to establish this foothold in the region here and work ourselves upwards from there. And yeah, that is because that is why I will ultimately say I would like to do this. Right, let's do it. He accepts. That's some 7 months. It's back to 0. Again, like what we need to do is besieging. Can't just go for battles all the time. Okay, we could actually have an alliance with him. I don't think we need that. Is there anyone, by the way, that we could put in here? Don't really see that. Could put Shiro in that position. He's currently a court here with nothing else to do, so I guess he would still be fine. Otherwise, he might leave court. That's what I'm thinking. Let's do that then. Do not constantly seek. Oh, right. Okay. Maybe not. No, damn it. I was looking down here all the time to see if people were coming, and then no one was coming. And the minute I turn my back, that happens. Someone else is requesting a prisoner. Heinrich d'Aquileia. I think he's inconsequential. We will get a weak hook on Graf Boribor, but I don't need that weak hook either. Is there anything we could do with him? Nah, he's not that great of a fighter. Nah. Okay. Just waiting for a better offer. But what are we doing? Anywhere I go, I will just end up being chased away. And I don't like that. Now we will get 15 gold from that guy here. Hungary. No, that's part of the enemy, though. So, no. Egisheim. Right. I mean, what are they doing here? They're doing nothing. They're just walking around left and right. They're trying to hold a position, but there's no gain. We need gains. Who's that now? Again, Hungary. No. Not doing that. And they keep on besieging, and we're doing nothing against it. Ah. Someone wrote a very nice comment to me. Long comment where they described their own approach to role-playing, and I appreciate it, really appreciate it. And at the end, they said, hey, there's one point of criticism that I have, and that is you are moaning about the things in the game too much. or criticizing the game for things happening in the game. And I think that's fair. That is fair criticism. I do moan. I do complain. I can't help it sometimes, but I think it's something to remember. What we could take away from this here is probably indecision. The army doesn't know what to do, apparently. They do not know which course would be best to follow. And therefore, they are inactive. And only, as you do see here, only when the enemy directly comes to us, then they act. Verdun. Alright, okay, so at least that is someone who's not directly involved in the war. You can have him then. Again, this is not an ideal situation where we're finding ourselves in here. Maybe we can join up with them, go up there. Because otherwise we run into Egisheim down here. I think what I might be doing is trying to get back these here. That might be something I can do. Right, there we are. There we are. Battle is ongoing. There's lots of small battles here. Okay, we can stay here because the next ones are already coming. And there we are. Okay, so at least we managed to do something here. Or we could just go to Ruhrgau again. Are they going in their direction? That would be nice. There's another war that has ended here. That's good for us, I guess. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So that was stack wipe. That's great. That's good news. Another perk. Flatterer. I could befriend people. I still don't see any people that we would befriend, though. And I guess, again, that's the inability of Kaiser Heinrich to keep it together, to formulate a bigger battle plan, just other than chase them and put them in a position where they have to battle us. What did happen, though, is that Goffredo had to leave the war, probably because he was incarcerated at some point by the Kaiser. Doesn't look too happy, but then he never did. Did look very happy. And now King... Always have to wait for the load time. King Geza is leading the war efforts. And I hope they will just let me do this now. Please. There's already someone coming north, but there's not too many of them, so I might be able to get them. In the meantime, should we upgrade our own troops? I guess we could do that. Ah, wooden church has been built. Good stuff. I guess we can upgrade the living area. And Siegfried is now 55. Always something to consider. See, they're still moving about. I mean, obviously, that was great. The whole battle situation here, that was great in the end. But the Kaiser is missing the point when it gets to besieging land. Need to cut them from their resources. Cut them off. So what are they doing? I guess this is becoming dicey. Should they all join up and then go against me? That's 37 days. Okay, okay. That's where they're going. Should I be trying to get them? There's not that many knights. That would be my main concern here. Ah, they're moving. There we are. And I think now we're taking these back. That should give us a boost here. Because as we do see here, right? There's minus 45% war score from occupied holdings. And that's them here and I guess some others. That's only 3 months. That one should be fairly easy anyway, as well. I can negotiate an alliance with Prince Liutbrand. That is Popo's younger brother. Nah, we're fine, I guess. We're currently fine. All alone. The peace and quiet of just reconquering held territory. Ah, isn't it nice? Is there anything we can do at home, by the way? Oh, well, I guess we can do that. Upgrade our own naval capacity. Right. Right. I think if we don't do anything, they will do that anyway. I'm guessing I can let it go. I would have loved to do another grand wedding or something like that, but we're in the middle of a war. That's not possible. There we are. And you do see here that makes a huge difference immediately. Oh. Uh-oh. And they know that. They know that that is a concern. So, are they coming for me again? No. No, they're going to the west. Are they meeting up somewhere around here? Where's the Kaiser then? Where did they go? Where did they wander off? Aha. They're currently here, doing their standing around and looking left and right. So there's a wedding celebration. We would be able to plan a feast. Ah, that's unfortunate. I would love to do that. That would mean taking the men home for the time being. And then returning. I think it's not unheard of, or it was not unheard of at the time, to kind of, because this is, it's not that much of a focused war, really, what we're having here. It's a long-term back and forth between parties. And there would have been times of peace, because you can't wage war all the time. It is now the 26th of July. That would be the time when the farmers need to work their fields, you know, bringing in the harvest and everything. So that would not be time where usually war would be held, but the game obviously can't really account for that. Nah, I will just send the message here. I will have to play the game as it is, right? So I'll do that. Where are they going? What are they doing? Going west. Right. Still watching. North. Are we done here soon? Yeah. I can just quickly go away. Not sure if I actually want to do this because they have, well, much too large a garrison here, so I cannot take that back possibly. Alright, but at least I did that. But where do I go now? because I can't compete with them. If they go to the south, another commander promoted, Gangulf, a torturer with a compassionate torturer. What kind of person is that? Get him out of my castle. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's self-contradictory people. Can't stand that at all. So, they're moving here. Could I just be brazen? Or you just go here. Dockum. Oh, at least we got some of our men-at-arms. 30%. I'm guessing what happens in game terms is that they're constantly needing to replenish their resources, and that's what they're currently doing here. And then once they did that, they will be active again. The heirs of Charlemagne spreads into the Grafschaft of Sayn. We do have a legend. What are they doing? Are they coming to me? If so, I have to flee. Luckily, they are indecisive as well. Yeah, they're moving. They are not bothering with us over here. And now they are in Aachen. Now they're going for Hermann. But now they're moving north again. And this time they are going to the sea. Are they attacking me from the sea? If so, I should go away. Oh, and he's also ill. Well, I'm guessing that the only thing that Hildegard should do here is doing everything that she can. Insisted that my humors were out of balance and that the best way to restore them would be through bloodletting. After consulting the astronomical charts, she decided that I should be bled from my armpits and temples. The bloodletting turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. Oh, excellent work, Hildegard. Great. Ah, he is still in poor health, though. Because for some reason the ill counts 2 times. That's not nice. Or that's just a bug. I hope we can resolve this. There's a renewed jihad. Okay. How's the crusade doing, by the way? I guess I can take a look in a moment. What are they doing though? They're not coming to fight me in any capacity. Are they like going around and going over here? It's mighty weird. I could actually promote the legend. There's so many things happening at once, so it's difficult to choose from where to look. So we do have the heirs of Charlemagne. That's a legend. For whatever reason, Agnes of Poitiers is in the center of it. Because I'm guessing Heinrich would like to show that he's not only Salian. Maybe people have problems with the Salians. But he also stems from his mother's side. And that was like very old aristocracy from Aquitaine. Not really sure though how that works. But anyway, so he's spreading a legend concerning her. We could do that with 1 gold per month. Okay. Do we get something for this? Some popular opinion. 0.01 renown per month. Whoa! +1 stewardship. I guess that's really not worth it. And it already seems that we have already covered it, right? So that wouldn't help anyway if we did anything here. Alright, so we are going back. Unless they are coming back. Really not sure what they are doing. They might have a plan. Not sure which, though. The moon and agriculture. As part of my official duties, I sometimes visit the nearby manors and farms to see how they're doing. Today, I'm accompanied by a local scholar specializing in agriculture. His knowledge is often employed to ensure we have a bountiful harvest. When we met with some peasants to discuss how things are going, the scholar and the peasants have a lively discussion about ensuring the crops are planted at the right time during the lunar cycle. I do not follow the conversation that well, but I understand the basic principle. Just as the moon influences the ocean tides, it makes sense that it also influences the water within our soil. Oh, I've been learning. Learning about the moon's effect on agriculture. Good stuff. Let me just get into this. The moon's effects on the ocean tides have been known since ancient times. For instance, it was mentioned in Dante's Divine Comedy, and Galileo, amusingly enough, mocked the concept as unscientific and outdated. Believing heliocentrism to be a better cause for the tides. Historically, a similar phenomena was believed to have occurred on land as well. A waning moon moved water in the soil downwards, while a waxing moon drew it upwards toward the surface. This resulted in a variety of theories as to what was the optimal planting time for various crops. Oh. Okay. Now we learned something. What is that house doing? Ah, they're now coming for the main culprit. They are moving to Hungary. Good idea, I reckon. I'll just be up here doing my thing on the Frisian coast. Breathing in the nice air from the North Sea. And they're not coming back, are they? Where are they? They just gone. My daughter-in-law Radegund has given birth to a daughter. There we go. We have our first grandchild. Agathe von Sayn. Is there a better way to have maybe something to honor the grandparents, maybe? Adelheid also sounds very nice. So there we go. At least we're making some progress here. Six months. Now they're all on the enemy side, I think. So they could also be conquered. And I guess I will. Aha, I've seen Ezzo, my wife, spending... There's that again. As of late. This is not a bad thing, surely. What parent would begrudge his son spending more time with his mother? Yet it seems like the two of them are thick as thieves. My wife has the lad wrapped around her finger, and thus her influence runs deep. Can only hope this means good things. Ah, he loses the trait knowledgeable, and he gains the trait purposeful. Oh, that's fine for me, I think. That's fine. Anything else I need to do here, by the way? I guess I could have him learn. Right. Aha. So they're all down here now. So I'm guessing what they're doing is going for Verona? Question mark? They should do something at least. That would be great, because as we do see here, they are besieging things again. Oh no, the pâtissier is gone. Oh no. And now I did get my dessert. I wanted my dessert. Oh no. Yeah. Things happen. Goffredo has another son, which is actually good because that means once he dies, then he has to split up his little realm. 3, 2, 1, bingo! There we are. So, down here, Groningen. Is it Groningen? Never too sure how to pronounce the Dutch. In that case. Not that their G is oftentimes ugh. Someone else left the wall? Okay. Oh, there's nothing for me to do here, apparently. Okay. Let me go down to Zutphen. Diplomacy! Friendly council. How do I have friends, anyway? I do have 2 friends. Lorelei is very ill, obviously. He looks really, really seriously ill. I can only hope that we will get rid of that illness in time. Because, of course, at his age, that could mean disaster. Six months again. Yes! Ah, that's great. Build a living hall. Now, what do we build next? It has been obvious for some time that Herzog Magnus has been trying to befriend me. Alright. On multiple occasions, he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man with only my best interests at heart. I can get behind that. I think he's a decent man. He's also, he's defending on the right side. Yes, I think he is a true friend. Oh, that's great. We can invest into a steward. That might help our son along the way. Should we go to Brabant next? 72! They have had some more successes down there with battles. Again, third in line to inherit. Yep. As long as I'm not exactly the next in line, I'll be fine. He's also, like, his frozen grief. He's grieving for someone. Not sure who that is. Oh, also, maybe that was his bastard son that was killed during a siege. Although I think he had that before. A frozen grief. Your culture has discovered communal government innovation. Okay. Does that do anything for me? Doesn't give me a building slot. So there's that. That's what I care about. Ah, he's out. Zutphen has fallen. Sadly, now that I guess our occupation of Dokkum does not count anymore, that has been retracted. Ah. Is he out of the war? Yes! King Geza is not part of the war anymore. Who is part of the war? There's only 13,000 left. Led by Hermann himself now. Upper Lotharingia is in it. Can we sway him? Yes, we can. And we should. There we go. That's another blow for them. So Upper Lotharingia is now on our side. Why is he in red, by the way, if he is not against the Kaiser directly? I don't understand that. We're doing it. We are making it happen. I mean, it's a matter of time right now. And proper means and efforts into resolving this. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's a huge win for Heinrich. Should he actually get that far? And now Geza is actually the primary heir. And in roleplay terms, we can say that's what happened here, right? That is, like Geza said, okay, I'll be out here. And instead, attacking? No, we will not give him to you for your attacking. Instead, I will be in line to be the next Kaiser. House arrest, that's a bit nicer, right? So he fought against us. Oh, he's actually a physician. Quite a decent one, actually. 52 years old. Maybe we can recruit him ourselves should Hildegard here pass away. Which she might, sadly, anytime. Now, 79%. Someone else wants to have our prisoner? Part of Goffredo? Yeah, and he's not part of the war anymore. Alright, 38 gold is good, I guess. Our brother-in-law has died. So there's a new Gleiberg in town. That is Wilhelm. So he is our, I guess, nephew-in-law. That's a thing. And of course, Burkhard here is still alive. That's the only one that I really didn't like. Damn you, Burkhard. Should go down to Chiny. Arlon. Would make sense. Lots of alliances I could have. With Saffenberg. And I guess that one would make sense to me. What's happening to Faraberg, by the way? Ah, he's getting old. A withering mind and clouded eyes. Not the same man anymore. There we are. Still just 79. Yeah, wondering whom they will elect next in Cologne. Now, during his the influence of Cologne has certainly waned to a degree. The last time I saw Herzog Magnus, he was surreptitiously getting rid of my yellow hat. My yellow hat. I don't have a yellow hat. I had a green one for most of the time. Yellow is an unlucky color for people of my birth, he said, I guess. The time before, I had to accompany him on a ridiculously long detour to avoid a sleeping black cat. It's unlucky, he said. I don't even want to remember the time you thought he had lost his lucky amulet. However, as I catch him throwing away half of my precious salt just because it had been spilled, I feel my patience wearing thin. But what if it all were true? Let me show you the error in your ways. It's blasphemous, or it's just nonsense. I think all of these things make sense to a degree. Sadly, do I have my... Wait a second. I gotta die. So, again, his trusting nature, I think, well, he does have some experience in life now, so that's something to be accounted for, right? He's also this faithful blade, this man who has fought for the church, even if he's called the Crusader. So I guess I will take that into account, that we do not condone his beliefs, that we'll go into a principled nature here. But I guess he would also make an effort for a friend. I don't think he would say it's nonsense. He might even think it's all true. So I'm getting... I'm just rolling for the first 3 options. It's a 5. So we say that is blasphemous. We do not condone that. And therefore, we cannot call you a friend anymore. That's the principled nature of Siegfried von Sayn for you. 8 months. Oh, they've arrived down here, where there's no enemy in sight. Great. That's just great. Let me do all the work, all the heavy lifting. Leave it to the marshal. Who is that held by? Upper Burgundy. I guess he's still part of this. Can I actually? I can. And I will. This has taken long enough, Duke Renaud. You should know better. Okay, now it's occupied by Hamann. Okay. I guess he's one of the big ones still. Oh, only 207 troops. Our Sophia is already 15. Spending all this time at war. Oh, he currently has a fever. But that will be gone soon. That only lasts for some days. There we go. He's fine. He's still fine. Of course, anything can now tip him over. Any illness. Any wound. Needs to be careful. But I guess he is not careful. Right, he's still part of Cologne. Yeah, they are hanging around. He is part of Lower Lotharingia. Dortmund is part of Münster. Mm-hmm. Oh. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Ojus? 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 Tutor? No, I really don't think we need someone to teach that at court. I'm sorry, Zuru. I don't think we need to be teaching that at court. There we are. It's getting so rich. So rich. Can we upgrade? Oh, we don't have the battlements innovation. Damn it. So I'm requesting a prisoner. Ida de Chigny. I'm guessing they're not really part of this, so okay. How are they doing, by the way? Let me just quickly check. So, I think they would be down here. Right. There's 19,000 against 22,000, so I'm guessing that's not good. Okay. Well, the Pope really should have looked for a better time. It was quite clear that without the forces from the Reich, it would be very difficult to wage this war. question would also be, what were we looking for there anyway? There's not much here when it comes to the like holy sites or whatever. Arrange a marriage. That is Baldewin of Koblenz to the benevolent Siegfried. With your permission, I would like to marry your daughter, Sophia. Oh, she's 16 now. Oh, look at her. Elusive shadow. Fearsome. She could put some fear into that guy, yeah? Baldwin. Not sure I like him very much. He is a Graf, though, so he would be able to care for her. That is always important to us. He is part of the Archbishopric of Trier. Yeah, not a great house by any means. Would there be any better options, really, that we would have for her? Of course, I don't really need all of these here. The King of Galicia. Okay, well, that's a bit outlandish. Hungarian. Well, there's nothing really that I currently see that would make sense for us to do. And Koblenz is around, so I'm guessing, again, we are making sure that we are keeping relations with everyone around us. A humble farmer. I come across a peasant on the road and try to talk with him. Come to Gork and a Franconian commoner, he snaps before quickly apologizing. Oh, I mean, no offense. I am but a humble farmer, not a great Graf like you. Well... Guards, beat this man to teach him a lesson. I will not have myself be insulted by a commoner. That is not gonna happen. Not doing that. 84%. That's the wedding celebration. Yeah. They're not gonna be great friends, but that's fine anyways. She is cared for and looked after. That's what matters. Could have a alliance with him. Let's do that. I don't need any other marriages right now, and so I can just go for alliances. There we go. 7 months. Oh, look at him! Look at Hermann being around and doing something. Don't know exactly what he's doing, but he's doing something. I guess we could go here afterwards, if that's still needed. But he's doing his own thing, right? He is defending against Goffredo. Uh-oh. Oi. Liege's War. Oh, right, that was another war. Okay. That was not that one here. Damn it! Oh, Mechthild von Magdeburg has died. Oh, sad. Then, in her stead, I don't want a knight in that position necessarily. We have Heike von Hessen. She is a homegrown talent, I would say. Could also marry her to someone at court. Maybe that way honoring one of our long-time retainers, like Philibert, right, who has been with us for quite a while. So he's marrying into this noble family here. That means their children will be of the von Hessens. So Dieter's line here is continuing. That's one way to say he will be ennobled. Or Philibert. That's at least the way I interpret this. So do not do that too rigidly. Just think of what works best in terms of the narrative. Do we have someone else at court that needs being married? Well, Wilhelmina here, our wet nurse, lost her husband. That was, of course, that was Tankolf. He was slain a long time ago. But that's fine, right? She would not remarry. She is independently wealthy. She has her little estate. Then there's her son, who's doing very well. That's nice to see. Oh, what's happening here? It's none of our concern. They're just fighting next to us. They're like, hello! Don't mind us, Lord Giuseppe and Graf Adam and Pfalzgraf Hermann. Do your thing. Come on. Alright. Cheers, bye-bye. And there's 33 days left. $20 days left. So if we need any more, we'll go down to Bar and recapture that one. And we do need it, apparently. Ugh. Let's go down there. But at least he is a great patriarch now. A man who is truly dedicated to his family and the prosperity of his house. I guess it's mostly the latter. He's also dedicated to his family, but he was never around. Right? And I guess that is what his children would not like about him. Especially someone like Ezzo said, like, I never really had guidance from my father. He just passed me around from tutor to tutor or just sent me away. He was not really there for me. And I was he had too much to do. Like right now. What do we do with all the money, by the way? That's a luxurious question. Yes! Woo! We made it! Amazing. Well, do we now? Just finish it. Adalgar. A military engineer. I think I like that idea. Okay. Come on now. Do it. Heinrich. Do it. Don't leave me here waiting for them to... No, they're going anywhere. Somewhere else. Hello. Yes. Finally. Hermann of Verona is now securely in a prison. I guess there's lots of people now that are in prison here. That's yep. Well, somewhere in between. There we go. Some Grafen. Oh, the Archbishop of Trier is in this as well. Okay, so that means something. I did not even think that he would be in this. Oh, okay. I hope that doesn't mean anything for our Balduin. Oh, there's currently apparently a... Oh. Another tournament. Ah, well. I guess we can host a tournament at any point now. With all the money that we have. All the riches. Well, I guess what we could do is upgrading the army once more. What do we do with all that coin? I mean, obviously, when it comes to the fact that we are just a count, it would be great to be a duke. Now, the thing that I very much refrain from using is the fabricate claim option. I do that for a reason. Because that really was not a thing of the time, as far as I can see. And it's also very much... to me, it feels like cheesing. Might just getting yourself a claim, then running in, we could overwhelm him, for example, and get Mark. I like to think that we do it the natural way, right? In that case here, by having Radegund von Bilstein here in our family, and now their children have a claim on Wied. That might be something that they could contest then in the future. Graf Eckehard. He doesn't have any beef with these guys here. There's no history. That would be something then. If there was some kind of history, if there was animosity here, then we might be going after them as well. With him, I guess you would even do something like offer him to educate him or something like that. But yeah, he's away. Right. So, what are we doing? I'm guessing there's several options. We can go for a hunt. Oh, and they have another daughter. Sieglinde, Radegund, Irmtrud, Heilwig, Richinsa. That would be the grandmother, so that's fine. I mean, there's different things to do here. What I could imagine would be to go on a pilgrimage as well, because, again, he might be concerned. Or we could still pledge to the crusade. Oh dear. That's still on the menu. You can tell I'm not really excited about that. I'm not really excited about that, though I guess for Siegfried that would come naturally. If he were to do a pilgrimage to Rome, the Pope might ask him, why did you not join the crusade instead? We've been calling for that. You are still a healthy man. You have an army. You could support us. And he'll be like, Although I'm guessing we could wait at least until we have restocked our army. Training for a tournament, is that something we would do at our age? I don't think so. Do a great petition. I don't even think what we would petition for. Let's see. Nah. Nothing we can do there, really. How is he doing? He's doing great. Lots of gold. He's taken away some lands, I'm guessing. He is still out and about. But, yeah. Had to step down in order for his son to inherit. That's a reasonable solution. Right? Instead of doing it the hard way. You don't want to alienate the nobles any further in this situation. Try to find a common ground. Try to make peace. And there we have Herzog Ludwig of Thuringia. His father was the one that tried to start the exchange of some cordial communication between our exchequers or chancelleries. Alright, I guess I can do that. Okay. Now, there we go. Erzbischof Sigismund. Oh! The Archbishop of Trier was actually executed. Here was saying, maybe he is trying to do some consolidation here. Apparently, he's on the warpath when it comes to other things. And, ladies and gentlemen, my master of the hunt, Philibert, enters my chambers brimming with excitement. The gamekeepers of Sayn sent convincing reports. The beast is back. And now we have the means to execute that immediately. See, may be held until, right? And that is, I guess, I missed that the first time. Let's do it. Let's do it, boys and girls. Let's go for the maximum because we do have the coin for that. Let's invite as many people as we can. Sadly, the Kaiser's not coming because he's not well. But a lot of other nobles from the Reich are joining us. And of course I'm doing this to slay the beast. My nemesis. After all this time. Well, only 12. No, that can't be right. That cannot be right. How about... he just came back. Okay, and so he wants an answer. What should we discuss? Tell me about friendship. Oh, that's quite nice. I think that we are all about friendship now. And he's like, you greatly misjudged me. Like they usually do. Hate it. Can we invite him when he returns home? No, I cannot. Okay. He's too young. He's been joining us. He's too old. I guess the window has closed. We cannot invite anyone anymore. Why didn't they join us? Come on! We're hunting a big bad... Okay. More people are going. I'm silent now. They just came a bit later. Holland is coming. Even Yeah, there we go. You've greatly misjudged me if you think sycophancy will get you anywhere. You know what? These Ludowingers, they can kiss my ass. Starting there, oh, hello, you want to make communication? And then they react like the whiniest little bitches when you send them your answer. You there. You compassionate, temperate, humble idiot. Ugh. Sometimes I really... There is a mod, right? There is this insult to injuries mod that I played with sometimes. The only thing that I hate about the mod is that it modifies the whole duel thing, and it makes it really wonky and very, very unpredictable. So that's what I don't like. But that one at least has this option where you can say, like, directly insult someone and then go ahead and have a feud with them. Because that's, in that case, I think I'm about to start this. Oh, sorry, I didn't read what was there. I just clicked. Sorry. You refused the demand anyway. Because I am not amused by these Ludowinger. Maybe, by the way, I really don't want to go down this path here. I don't think that's for him. Should we take up that again? Or should we just say, okay, we go into a stewardship direction, learning, wandering, intrigue. Maybe if you really were to join that course still, if it's really even still there after the hunt, maybe we should do that. So the chivalry focused strategy. I like the advantage +5 from that one. And I think his motivation when it comes to that has always been personal. Oh, Ezzo has gained a rough terrain expert. That's actually great. That's good for him. By the way, is he joining or is he my... Right. He is. There we go. Fill the effing coffers, boy. Don't do things you cannot do. Jesus Christ. Why do we have to keep telling people that they should actually be doing what they're good at? Okay. Okay, so here we are. Lothar assembles the party. Okay, Lothar. As the sun rises over the hunting grounds nestled in Zayn's flatlands. The beast will be mine. We are seeking the White Boar. What? Why is that at... Now that's... I don't understand that at all. If you look down here, then you see that we're clearly at more than 19.8%. Ah, it's the game messing with me again. Oh, I'm not... sorry, complaining again. I should not complain. The state of my treasury is a constant source of friction within the court, but today the argument has become particularly heated. Tankulf and Lothar have brought their passionate disagreement directly to my throne, demanding a resolution. A powerful merchant guild has requested a temporary reduction in tariffs to help spur trade after a slow season. Tankulf refuses to let a single coin slip from our grasp, demanding full payment. Lothar argues that a small initial show of generosity will lead to greater long-term wealth for everyone. Well, I guess it makes sense. And also, we are currently not in a position where we need to be so avaricious, so there we go. My lord, there's the boar! My wife, Gräfin Sophia, gestures for me to follow her into the oak trees. Once we are hidden in the flatland, she returns and tucks my shirt over my head. Finally, some time alone, my petal. What are you doing, Sophia? You know how important this is for me. This would be nice, by the way, having a huge health boost for 5 years. But we are here for the boar. You just called me here for nothing. For what? For hanging out? Jesus Christ! I'm guessing. I can relate. Of course, she has missed Siegfried greatly. And she also knows that he's getting older. She won't be around forever. She wants to spend some time with him. I get that. At the same time, Siegfried here has his own focus. He is here to hunt the boar. So that's what we do. I'm sorry. Maybe we can hang out some other time. She's not giving up, is she? In a rare moment of reprieve, I spent some time in silence, taking in the beauty of nature. Now it's me even. Like, I'm not... What am I doing? As my stress melts away, I hear my wife, Sophia, softly laugh. My love. She places something behind my ear. Well, it nowhere matches your beauty. This orchid reminds me of you. Sophia smiles, admiring her handiwork. You look so at peace. I'm glad. She hastily plants a chaste peck on my cheek, as if we are the only ones in the world. Now, of course, that would now be callous. No, we will treasure it. That was a very nice thought, my dear, and I do understand. I have been away for very long. I do understand. Maybe the boar is a sign. But while we are still able to get it, we will ride after it. While we still can, while we still have a chance, even be it as small as it may. There on the horizon, I see it, the White Boar. I turn to a frenzy, sprinting towards it before it can once again turn to mist in my grasp. Snap! I don't even feel my leg become trapped between the rocks. All I see is the world sink in front of me as I fall up to my hips in some common poacher's trap. I struggle, but nothing I do is enough to shake my leg free. I may not get another chance to catch the beast, but there doesn't seem to be a way out. Oh dear. Oh dear. I can call for help. I do think he is too stubborn right now to let go. And that might be his demise. Now, right, we have these two angles. Is he here for his family? Is he here for his wife? Or is he here to fulfill his ambition, his lofty goals? I will roll for that one here, because it is important. I just don't know where my... you can't hear it, but I'm rolling. I will roll for this, because this would be his legacy then. Like, what is really important to him? It is a 6. He decides that he will not go further. He decides that he will not risk becoming even more injured in this. And instead, he remains and calls for help. And then Hildegard comes, patches him up. Right, we can hardly keep up with the blasted beast as it darts and weaves through the leafy bushes, squealing wildly. Scaling a rise and disappearing into a dense thicket, the boar is gone as quickly as it appeared, with only panting dogs and sweaty horses to show for it. It is gone. And to me, this also means something else. He will not join the crusade. He will not leave his wife and his family again. He will now stay at home. He will, well, the last years that he is given, he will stay with his family, with his wife and his children, and make sure that, they're there. Maybe we're even doing that. Maybe he will even do love to her. That would just be nice love, though. There we go. Okay. So that's sorted. He remains here in Sayn. I'm guessing there's still things we could do. Also means we are not going to any tournaments or that kind of thing. The Holy War for the start, like the start of the Holy War for the County of Mecklenburg. Okay, he is on the other side of things. He is still going after his own ambition. And you know what? We will remain neutral. We have made this call. We will not leave our wife. What we can do is attend court, help with the war effort, but then return home again. Right, so we spent the winter You will tell her as much, saying this is just temporary. I will come back. I promise you that. And he will go and care for the war effort in his way. Yeah, that's all great, by the way. Oh yeah, there's a Lorelei again. Do we roll faster? Do we leave an offering? We leave an offering this time. There we go. Go to the court. We perform our duties by joining the war room. There's no internal war, so this time I don't have to really carefully look for who's helping me here. I'll just pick anyone who's... There's a linguistic drift. What is he doing? Oh! What? Now that's So Goffredo and Hermann are using this opportunity here to oppose the Kaiser. Oh, that's a bold move. Not really sure that serves them well. But there you have it. Always the greedy and ambitious man himself. Hermann has chosen the path of war. What's happening here? Ah, they still have their war over here still. That's a bit weird. I can attend court once more. Yeah, I got some work done. Oh, by the way, I could also ask for some titles again. Oh, he's not convinced. Aww. But I was doing so well. Anyways, that's done. There we are, same text as before, but we are ever the humble servant. Not go back in winter. We'll wait until the snow clears. Then he will return home. And again, he will stay there. Oh! He married once more. That is... She died in her sleep just now, and he immediately remarried. So, okay. And she is 19. Yeah, okay. Charismatic. Mm-hmm. Heinrich. He's also... He's not going anywhere, I think. He will soon be done. And then the question is, who will follow? And it seems that King Geza is following. Even though he won't be there for much longer either. The old guard is leaving. The old guard is retreating. And I'm guessing at this point Siegfried is part of the old guard as well. New people are needed. People like Ezzo. And he did manage to okay. And there he is. The court position is lost, of course. King Geza is now Kaiser Geza. And he is asking. He is asking me to help. There's a place available at his court. And I can say, I am unavailable for such a role at this time. Oh, I will become independent in that case. Ugh. That's, again, the mod is not made with that in mind, right? So that's why we are getting these things. What I will do right now is say I'm unavailable for the role, but then I will immediately go, let me just quickly do that, and have him be vassal. Oh, wait a second. Oh, there's something else. Clear all pins. I need to pin him. There we go. So that's obviously not how it should be, right? So we are also being asked by Liutbrand, who is now the Herzog of East Franconia, and by Popo, who is asking us to become... yeah, because he is now the Herzog of West Franconia. I guess they're pretty much neighboring right now. That is even Frankfurt. I will definitely tell him that we will not do this. Now, should we? Would we? Hasn't he made a promise? I think he does. He has made a promise. He is not available for this anymore. He is returning home. And at the same time, again, like this is just part of the... I need to pin myself as well. And now I can say... diplomacy. There we go. Vassalize. Nothing else has changed, so that's just fine. But yeah, he's done with this. He's returning home to his wife, and that is the only thing that he will be concerned with for the remainder of his long life. Those Venetians, no, they cannot. I don't fall for this. By the way, what else could we do? I think it would be prudent to say we invest further in infrastructure here. We have already built a small monastery. And while we get the option now to build a large monastery, for me that means we are looking into that monastery and making it bigger. There we go. That is something we could do. Could also invest in Siegburg. They don't really have anything here that's going straight into the direction of like a monastery or something. That's fine. Okay, they did that, so I'm not going to argue. But I'm going to help them invest some more in their infrastructure. This seems alright to me. Can still negotiate alliances. Gleiberg. Yeah, we were allied to Gleiberg before, so that makes sense to me. I can just hope that Ezzo will be able to keep that up. Oh, she did, in fact, become pregnant from the Kaiser. He was quick. He made sure that the last thing that he did. Right. My steward brings news of a lucrative opportunity. A merchant caravan seeks safe passage and offers generous payment in advance. The terms seem extraordinarily favorable, almost too favorable. My advisors urge caution, suggesting we verify the merchant's credentials before accepting, but the merchant seems genuine, his smile warm and honest. Surely such suspicion is unwarranted. I prefer to see the best in others. Besides, if I demand excessive scrutiny, how will anyone trust me in return? Trust begets trust. Okay, that seems right to me. Well, we know that merchants around here are seldomly to be trusted, though. That's a thing. The merchant is gone. The payment he left behind? Worthless counterfeit coins. My steward brings the grim accounting, resources allocated, promises made based on funds never existed. Some of my courtiers are less sympathetic. Whispers spread about my naivete, my willingness to believe obvious charlatans. A few suggest I'm unfit to manage the realm's finances, but surely this was just an unfortunate exception. Most people are good and honest. This was simply bad luck. Yes, nothing more. Lost some coin. I have a reputation for naivete. That's really bad. Oof. Can't win them all. Right. There he is. Popo. And Kriemhild. Look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Tall and beautiful. They still have their son Heinrich. Their daughter has died. Oh, killed during a siege. Right. So they're close by. That's very nice. Ah, and Berg likes us better now. Is there still the option... Could we offer to become his guardian? Oh, nearly. Wait a second. He is currently learning with that guy here, and I don't think I like that. I guess I could send him coin. That would definitely get him to allow that. Opinion of you counts directly, so I'm guessing it's just 25 coin. And then he would agree. There we are. Virtue instilled in Ehrenfried. Oh, he's becoming a good one. Oh, he's also delicate. Yay! We can see to it that he becomes a good ruler. Why is he... According to this, he is holding Hückeswagen, but at the same time he is not. I think I'll have a look into this. And by the way, we are, I think, at the 2-hour mark. So, yes, the big war is over. That was largely the episode. I hope that was at least somewhat entertaining. And then we had the big hunt for the beast, where it finally dawned in Siegfried that he should let go of his ambition. And that he instead should look after his family, make sure that the transfer of power is going to be smooth. What I think will happen next time is that he should host a feast with his own son as the honorary guest, where he would introduce him to all the nobles around them. I think that should be on the agenda. And then we'll just see how long he'll make it. So I guess I'll see you then. Cheers. Bye-bye.